Good morning. It's day 2 on the PCT. I left camp about 5:45 and have a 1,000-foot climb-ish to Lake Marina, which is the next stop. It's about 4.5 miles. And I can fill up my water there. Wow. Right now, I think my pack is literally 6 pounds lighter because I finished my sub and I'm only packing about 1.5 liters of water instead of 4 liters of water. So for now, my pack feels marvelously lighter. Same goal today. Try to hike about 8 hours. See where it gets me. Just gonna wait and see how I feel because yesterday was really big. My collarbones are sore from the pack, and it's all good. I took Motrin when I got to camp last night, and then I took Motrin this morning before leaving the camp. Yeah, I might be the first one on the trail. All the other people down there, as I was leaving, they seemed to just be getting up. Right, let's go hiking. There's water out there. Too bad it wasn't in the creek down here. And you can see the trail. That's where I was yesterday. The trail's really nice right now. I haven't hit Lake Marina yet. My lips are chapped. I have Vaseline, but I don't want to stop and get it out of my pack, so I'll get it out when I get to Lake Marina. I'm gonna have breakfast at Lake Marina. I totally overpacked food. I haven't had more than 2 Cliff Bars and some rice crackers and a little bit of beef jerky out of my pack yet. I'm out here and I'm dreaming about all the hiking, the potential hiking I can do this year, or specifically backpacking. So I currently have a 3-week break. That's why I decided to do this. And then in 2 weeks, I'm getting on the Arizona Trail with my friend Deb. And 3 weeks, I got a job in Santa Barbara, which has gloriously perfect weather. And it sits at the base of a really big mountain, so it's a place where I could go visit snow. Because I'm always looking for a place to land for a while. California's expensive, but they also pay more. I don't know. Anyway, so that job takes me to the beginning of July, and I have another surprise hike in the middle of August, which leaves me thinking I should do something in July. So I'm dreaming about that. Stay tuned. It'll be a surprise. I'm not gonna give away my surprises so early in the year, especially if I can't get on the trail that I want to get on. So the temperature stayed above freezing last night. The wind kicked up during the night. That makes it a little bit chillier, but nothing is frozen today. And I use the Catadine Be Free water filter. And pro tip, let that bad boy fill that water bladder and let that filter sit in water like the day before you use it, because when it's fully dry, those fibers have to rehydrate. So once it's rehydrated, it is the fastest flowing water filter. It's way better than the Sawyer products, in my opinion. 2 miles to Lake Morena and breakfast. I'm excited because, ooh, a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, that'd be sweet. And then I'll probably pack something out for lunch and or supper. You might have determined that I really like food, and I really like to eat food, especially when I don't have to cook it. Oh, that might be it in the distance. Lake Morena. Hold on. I bet that's it. Cruising on an early Sunday morn. Here we go. Lake Morena County Park. It says the trail goes that way, but I'm gonna go get breakfast. I made it to the store, but I got here too early. They don't open until 9. The cook doesn't get here till 9, and it's only 8:17. But the kid in the shop said he would microwave a Jimmy Dean sandwich for me. But anyway, it's got tons of stuff. It's a good place for picking up supplies if you forgot things. The only thing I forgot was a wall charger, but I don't think I need it because I have my big anchor, and I only brought my phone with me. I didn't bring anything else to charge. Well, my headlamp, and even my InReach, my Garmin InReach, last for days and days and days. So I don't think I need to get one. Anyway, won't be here very long. Just grab a little bite, and the good news is I won't be packing out food, so I won't have more weight from that. All right, leaving Lake Morena. I ended up hanging out in front of the little convenience store. I bought some water, stocked up on water, so now I'm packing just over 3 liters. I don't need to carry as much this stretch because there are running water sources. And I hung out with Gypsy, and Blue Moon Blue Moon is hiking to Big Bear, which is like 300 miles from here. And Hipsy Gypsy is hiking to Julian, like me. So that's exciting. We'll probably meet up off and on the way. Totally fun. I'm having such a good time. So Lake Morena County Park has a campground, and the trail cuts right through here. Super nice. I guess the good news about arriving at the camp store too early is I wasn't tempted to buy extra food. I just had a Jimmy Dean sausage, egg, and cheese croissant and bought some water. And yeah, maybe I'll end up cooking something for supper today, which will just make my pack lighter. So here's a fun fact. I'm currently only 6 miles away from crossing under the freeway, Interstate 8. I don't know why that's a fun fact, but it is. So, if you have a year to through hike the long trails, the Appalachian Trail, the Pacific Crest Trail, the Continental Divide Trail, I figured out a way. It might take more than a year, but I was just thinking, you could do the desert section of the PCT from Mexico to Kennedy Meadows, and that's about 700 miles, 750 miles. You could probably do it in 6 to 8 weeks. And then, I'm talking about me, not you. I could get a travel contract or an assignment, work for a couple of months, because if I started the desert, I would want to do it like February, March, when the weather is cool, and then work for a couple months before moving on to the Sierras, and don't go into the Sierra before July or August. Yeah, it would probably take a couple of years, like 2 years to section hike the PCT if you did it that way. But if you know you're hiking hundreds and hundreds of miles, you just get the PCT hiker permit and then you're good for like, I think. I have to do a little research, but that's interesting. You could totally do the Appalachian Trail that way as well. Like, I love the idea of long section hikes. I don't love the idea of walking for 6 months completely. So, anywho, I'm on the trail, thinking about other trails, scheming, dreaming, imagining. terrain reminds me totally of Payson, Arizona. It's crazy. It must be the same. No, I think Payson's a little bit higher in elevation, but yeah, it reminds me of Payson. Sweet. This reminds me of South Mountain Park in Phoenix, except for the pretty lake. Blustery day on the PCT. I really need to get better at carrying water. I just realized I did not need to start the trail with 4 liters of water because the first water source was 4 miles up the trail. All I needed was 1 liter, and then I could have added the other 3 from the stream. And again, today, I only had 1 liter to get to Lake Marina, and it was plenty. And now, the next water was 6 miles from there, and I have 3 liters again. I'm not very good at figuring out this water carrying situation. Water's heavy. Why carry so much if you don't need it? You have to figure out what you need at the end of the day, or, you know, just based on the water sources. I'm not very good at this. I will get good at it though. I will. Well, I ended my hike early today because I hiked 17 miles yesterday. So I hiked 10.7 miles to the Boulder Oaks Campground, which is in the Cleveland National Forest. And I'm actually camped here with my new trail friends, Hipsy, Gypsy, and Blue Moon. And Blue Moon is actually hiking to Big Bear. Hipsy Gypsy is getting off at Julian. Same as me. So it was a good day, and I have a definite ride back to my truck in Campo, so I don't need to be in Julian by Thursday, so I can slow down a little bit and take my time. And yeah. Tomorrow we start the climb to Mount Laguna, which is at 6,000 feet, and will probably be even colder. It was pretty cold today. Cold and blustery, very windy. I've been bundled up all day long. So yeah, that's it for day 2. See you tomorrow.